Back here at the tank, Brodie Brazil with Remenda, and big news from Macklin Celebrini. It's the day where he is announced to the roster of Team Canada for the Olympic roster. And Drew, I think back in September, we would have said, I can't believe it. That's amazing. It's an idea, but it's something hard to reach. Here we are in December, almost January. It was almost an absolute that he would make this team.
Well, like we talked about before the game, he didn't give Team Canada a choice.
Yeah.
The way he's been playing.
Right.
The youngest player in history to be picked for the Olympic team and an Olympic team when the NHL players are involved. So that says everything.
Yep.
But the other aspect is he was, over a month ago, a lock? Once the way that he has played this year, the way he has been this year, what he has shown everybody, and also last year his work with Sidney Crosby at the World Championships was extraordinary. And so when you look at the way that Macklin has played this season so far, and every time, we get something new. So he gets an assist, and that's 60 points, and in 40 or whatever.
Right.
It is,
How many stats are there?
Yeah, exactly. And it's always two other teenagers did that in the NHL.
They're usually Gretzky and Crosby.
That's it. So when you look at the way that Macklin has been, it's absolutely incredible. But when you look at now who he's going to be playing with, and he's not going to be playing fourth line checker.
Right.
He can.
Right.
He's not going to.
Right.
I bet you his second line was Sid.
Yeah, I found out this morning, and it's just all excitement. Can't really put it into words. I was just kind of so excited. It was tough to kind of refocus into the game we had, and especially with the early game, it was tough to kind of gain focus. But I think it's just excitement and a huge honor.
Obviously, very special, and he's earned it. He's really, by his play, the way he's trains, everything about him, the way he competes. We've seen it since day one.
You can say a lot of things about Macklin. He deserves that spot so much. So I'm just happy for him. He's such a good guy outside of hockey. Also, you got to think about that too. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. So he deserves all the credit he gets, and he's just going to keep getting better.
How impressive is it for a 19-year-old to make the Canadian Olympic team?
That's up there. He's the first guy ever to do it, so you got to be pretty impressive.
It's just fun to be around a player like that. I think he does a lot for our team. Brings it every night. Brings guys into the fight. I think it's I think that's kind of the biggest thing is you see him every night. The same way, and I think a lot of guys go through their careers trying to find that consistency, and he seems to have found it pretty early, and obviously his play, his skill sort of speaks for itself. It's been fun to watch, I think, for everyone.
Yeah, I call my parents. They did so much for me growing up, and they're the reason I'm here, and all their love and support, and that's where representing Canada at any level, that's just a huge honor, and I think you can tell by how I'm answering these questions. It's all surreal, and I'm just really excited.
The crazy part is World Juniors are going on right now.
Yeah,
Macklin could be in that tournament.
Yeah, he could be dominating there.
Instead of being at World Juniors in Minnesota, he's going to be going to the Olympics in Italy. I just feel like that alone is the signature of this entire thing. To your point about age, where he's at, what he's doing, and the line mates he's probably going to have. It's ridiculous. I think it's also easy to look at the stat sheet, point per game player, assist per game player.
Yeah.
But I think it's the intangibles. I think it's what he's doing without the puck too.
Yeah, it's huge. Now, he had a very un-Macklin moment today where he gave the puck away and they ended up scoring. It actually ends up screening Askarov a little bit. That kind of caused the problem, but it did cause a problem.
Yeah.
But when you look at Macklin's overall game, and I like the way what Doug Armstrong, general manager of Team Canada, said, his play on the ice speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And it absolutely does. He is a 200-foot player. He checks like crazy. In the overtime, there is still time left, a lot of time left. He back checks like crazy. He gets on his horse, he tracks back, and then he's able to make the play in the defensive zone. They're going to turn it the other way. He is an incredible hockey player, an incredible hockey mind, and he has that drive. He's got that ambition. When I talked to Sidney Crosby in Dallas before Macklin and Will walked in the hotel, Sidney Crosby said his drive is amazing. It even amazes him.
It's funny how you just name drop Sidney Crosby.
Yeah,
I was just talking to
what?
Sid in the hotel.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Dallas,
You know what?
whatever. No big deal.
Brad Pitt told me never to do that.
He knew
but
who you were, right?
Exactly.
Of course he did.
Well, sure, because I had my ID.
Oh,
So,
yeah, your
Sidney-
credential.
Yeah, exactly.
Last thing on this topic, I mean, Mac's never going to really open up about this,
Nope.
and I don't think we want to speak for him, but I also think that this was important to him. Like, this was a
sure.
focus, a
Yeah.
goal, and
Yeah.
aim. Although he wants to win games for the Sharks first and foremost, he wanted this to come along with that.
Sure. He just said to Jamal, it's been a
Yeah.
dream of his since he was a
Yeah.
kid. But he never wanted to take away from
Right.
the team.
Here now.
When,
Yep.
when you would ask him about it, it was like,
Yep.
Not
talking about
Not
it.
talking
Yep.
about it. Never mind, we're talking about the Sharks. He never wanted to take away from the team about that because he knows the team comes
Yep.
first.
Well, now he's got to talk about it. Too
Yeah.
bad. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Macklin Celebrini.